What is up, everybody? DanDanTheFireman here. Just got into a massive amount of traffic, but what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be doing an auto-tune session for my brand new Vance and Hines 2-in-1 Upsweep. There we go. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it sounds sexy. It sounds badass, but I got my 360 camera here, I got this camera going, and I actually got my phone going, and it's gonna be bloop on the screen now. And that is actually the auto-tune session. Now this is probably like the 5th or 6th or 7th or 12th, 15th video I've done on auto-tuning. But auto-tune got a new update, so this is a little bit different. It didn't have an advanced type of thing in the tutorial when I first started doing it. So that was kind of weird. So I just I clicked on the quick one, the easy one, and that looks a lot like what I'm used to, so I'm gonna be sticking to that. So what I'm doing now is what you can see on the auto-tune thing is that the orange, that is one cylinder, or not one cylinder, one right, yeah, right, what? Fuck, I don't know, I can't think. Anyways, that's one side of the engine that has learned a value. And the green means both sides have learned the value. So those two green that at the 1500 RPM at 5 throttle, see that? 5 throttle percentage, that has been learned. So what you want to do when you first start doing this, and I'm going to kind of recap some of the stuff, but I'm actually going to be talking vlog style. What you want to be doing is you want to be riding around normal traffic. I just filled up my tank, my gas tank, and they recommend doing 1 to 2 gas tanks full of riding before you completely flash your bike from an auto-tune session. So what that means is that down there it says preview, apply values, all that stuff. Well, you can hit apply values. I'm not gonna do it yet, but you can hit apply values and then you can flash it and just call it a day. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna ride that 1 to 2 gas tanks. So it's probably about 200 miles. Of in-town traffic, highway traffic, me accelerating from a stop, everything I normally would do, and I'm going to try to condense like everything I would normally do into 2 gas tanks. And at any point in time you could actually auto-tune again, but this is what I'm doing. So right now we're starting to learn some things in this little area, so I've given myself some speed, some throttle response, boom, it learned it. And that's what I'm doing. That's all I'm doing, and that's all it takes to auto-tune. And you click apply values, call it a day. You can either apply the values before you get off the bike and shut it down for the day, or you could just leave it. I personally like to apply the values. That way, the next time I go out riding, I have a whole new spreadsheet that I gotta work with. And honestly, the more and more it works, the better it is for me. At least that's what I figured out. So this is my 3rd exhaust auto-tuning. I auto-tuned the Roland Sands Tracker 2-in-1. I spent a good time doing that. Then I got the mini grenades from Vance and Hines. I auto-tuned that. And then now I just got the 2-in-1 Upsweep from Vance and Hines, and I'm auto-tuning that. This one actually sounds really badass. So far I've ran into this problem a lot, is that they don't have the map. They have the map for the common ones. So they don't have the map itself for the 2-in-1 Upsweep. They didn't have the map for the Tracker 2-in-1. I think they had it for the mini grenades. I could be wrong. But here's the thing, is that they do a lot of testing. They do a lot of testing. They spend more time. They spend more than 1 gas tank. And they go through, oh, see that? See how I was like wanting to almost die on me there? Instead of auto-tuning, getting my bike all ready. But they do a lot more testing at their facility. They get the perfect map. They put it on the fuel pack, and that's all you really need to do. That's all you need to do is just flash it to that, call it a day. But here's the thing. I got something that's not on there, and on top of that, I have a VO2 air intake. So that changes a little bit of the dynamics. Different airflow, different everything. So now what I have to do is find one that's closest, because I've already dealt with this before. So what I did is I'm using the RSD Slant 2-in-1, which looks almost exactly like this. And I'm assuming it's the same standard baffle. So there you go. I flashed the bike to that. That is my base map now. That is the map that is on the base. That's like what I'm gonna be building off of. And then from there, I'm doing an auto-tune session. So now I am flashing this exhaust, this air intake, this bike it's all going to be working together with this program that the fuel pack is messing with. And I have full-on heads-up display right here of what it is I need to do. So that's really cool. I really like that. And on top of it, there's all these new things that I got to check out. So there's got to be another video soon about me just exploring the new fuel pack, because the software update, I haven't used it in a while, so I had a software update. It's a lot more comprehensive. So I really want to look more into it. And another cool thing about the fuel pack is that if for any reason I have issues after I do all this, and all of a sudden I start seeing some trouble codes, I mean, you could always, like, you know, filter through all the things on the Harley and figure out, well, that trouble code means this, that trouble code means this. Well, the fuel pack does it for me. So I should have a little hesitation here. All right, so we got some of those different values. That's good. It was a lot quicker. Seems to be more responsive this time around on the auto tune. It learns faster than last time I did this. Yeah, a lot faster than last time. Woo, sounds great. So you can use the fuel pack itself as a code diagnostic tool. It's badass. But if you don't want to buy the fuel pack, you just want to have the diagnostic tool, you can also get the code red. Code read? No, it's the code red. It's the code red. Forgive me if I said that wrong. Sorry. Anyways, it reads the codes, but it's called code red. All right, there we go. I have one of those too, and it works just like the fuel pack, but it goes into way more in-depth, a lot of codes that you could search yourself, and that's basically what it's designed for. It's a lot cheaper. So check that out. Now, if it sounds like I am being a shill, like I'm saying all these nice things about Vance and Hines and all their products, well, they did give me my exhaust, so that is where I'm getting that. But I bought the fuel pack myself from Get Lowered Cycles. So Get Lowered Cycles, thank you. I bought the fuel pack myself, and that's kind of what jump-started me on this journey of making sure my bike performs well. Woo-wee. So even if you don't have a brand new exhaust, even if you don't have all this other stuff, you just get your Harley, or you get whatever bike, like an Indian. I believe they have fuel packs for the Indians. But if you get it for Harley, for instance, that's the main one right there. If you get a Harley and you have stocked everything, boom, you just bought it straight from the dealer, get a fuel pack. I think that is the absolute best upgrade I've ever gotten on my bike, for my bike. Now, the best upgrades I've ever done for riding in general was me getting classes and taking classes, but for the bike itself, to make it like a better bike, like a new bike, it honestly felt like a new bike to me, was getting the fuel pack, getting the right mixture. So when I bought the fuel pack, it was after I had an exhaust already, but I was like, man, this exhaust just, for this bike feels dead. So I went and did the fuel pack, did the auto tune, and boom, the bike felt great. So if you're getting, if you have a new bike and you don't have any upgrades yet, get the fuel pack, and you can actually flash stock, the stock exhaust. You can actually do an auto tune yourself, and you're gonna realize how much better of a bike your bike's gonna be. Oh my gosh, this exhaust sounds badass! Oh, so right now we got a bunch of greens. So that is in the 40 throttle position. Throttle position is how far back you go. So that's 100. See how it went all the way to 80, learned that 80. So 100 down to 0. RPMs is obviously RPMs. I recommend not going and staying in second gear, trying to get those RPMs like super duper high with throttle response super high, because now you're just damaging your bike, and that's not how you ride. So what I would do is just ride normal like I'm doing. It's going to learn these values anyways. Now this is just in-town riding stuff. Now what I could do is I can go onto the interstate, and on those on-ramps, I can accelerate really hard. I can accelerate really hard on those on-ramps to get up to speed. So that right there will get me my RPMs higher. That right there will get me a higher throttle response. So that's where you can practice that portion. My goal is to not look at this and be like, okay, let me pay attention to this only, and I'm riding and riding, okay, blah, 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 blah. Boom, I hit this guy right here. You see what I mean? This is just a good visual. This is just, I'm recording the screen so you guys could see it. Normally I'd have like a bullet point that I would be kind of following. So right here is a good, this is a bad, I need my exit path. Or escape path. This is a good escape path right here. Ooh, gosh, the sound of this is so badass. Guys, if you want to hear the sound, if you just want to make me, or if you just want me to make like a quick video of the sound of this bike, let me know. I'll just do a quick video of that. I definitely will be doing it on the review of this bike, or the exhaust, because I do have a few more videos of that coming out, but I'm not gonna do the review until I've gotten my 2 full gas tanks worth of riding on this, and the auto tune is completely done. And on top of that, I've ridden with the bike flashed to where it's supposed to be. Now I do have, and I planned this out pretty well, I kind of slowed down and didn't install it right away because I do have an total control Vance Clinic 2, March 10th. I don't know what day this is coming out, but I'm going to be doing auto tune. That's in Phoenix, so I got to ride interstate anyway, so it's going to be riding in that way. I'm going to be doing a lot of fun things and fun stuff, so I will get at least two gas tanks full on that. And then on top of that, I'm going to be doing some very advanced training with my new exhaust. So that exhaust will be reviewed based on how well it performs, like if I'm going to be doing crazy knee dragging and stuff on like that on this cruiser. So more to come, definitely more to come. I'm really excited for this. I'm really excited for this, and I can't wait for you guys to see what this slant 2-in-1 is. Did I say slant 2-in-1? I mean upsweep. Yeah, the upsweep 2-in-1. Can't wait to show you guys all the cool stuff. I'll see you later.